My name is Jennifer Carter, and I'm the director of SpaceTrek and the Center for STEM Plus Excellence here at Morehead State University.
My name is Ruby Corman. I'm a Craft Academy junior and a SpaceTrek 2024 alumni.
SpaceTrek is a 2-week residential program for high school girls in space systems engineering, held right here at Morehead State University. SpaceTrek started in 2020 by a couple of women who were part of the American Association of University Women. They went to a national conference in California, and they were introduced to the Trek program for middle school girls that got them going to different universities and having experiences in STEM with the purpose of exposing STEM careers to those girls. So they came back inspired from that conference and said, we want to do something similar to that here in Kentucky. And they said, what is the new thing happening in Kentucky? What is the new career job or industry that's happening? And at the time, it turned out that we had just learned that Kentucky was an aerospace state. SpaceTrek is a very special program here in Kentucky in the sense that it offers very career-connected experiences to high school girls. And I think that not many high school girls have an opportunity to get their hands on satellites, to build satellites or similar type of things, and especially not actually conduct a real space-like mission. At the Space Science Center, they really do two things. They are an academic degree program, but also it's a research and development facility. And so they build satellites that are flown in space. And they also have a ground station here where they do mission services for their own satellites, but also for other satellites like the recent IM-2 mission that went to the moon and landed on the moon. And so what girls do in SpaceTrek is analogous to that. They build a small instrument. We call it a cricket sat. And satellites really do two things. They collect information using sensors, and they wirelessly transmit that information down to a user on the ground. And so in SpaceTrek, girls build their own instrument. I don't think in 2012, when we first started SpaceTrek, we had any idea of the impact that this program would have on its participants and the ripple effect that then would have on the degree program here at Morehead State University, and ultimately what that means from an economic perspective. In the beginning, I think our goal was just to provide a STEM experience, a space-related STEM experiences for high school girls. And that really evolved into not just a high school experience. It evolved into, let's create SpaceTrek as a true college and career connected experience. When you train a young person in an engineering program, I think a critical aspect that sometimes educators tend to leave out of that training is communications. And so in SpaceTrek, we are really geared to empower the whole person and provide an experience that allows them to grow and be their best selves in the future.
This is something that a lot of other girls need, and as we've seen with our lack of opportunity before then, this is something that needs to be shared. So by making SpaceTrek more of a part of something that we can do, where I've been able to come back and speak at conferences and talk to educators and tell them from the students' perspective how important that we think this is, that's been really big for me, keeping space systems in the front of my mind, because I'm now a part of this. This matters to me. This helping other people to bring them up, it matters to me closely, and I have a way to do that.
In SpaceTrek, we take a holistic approach to empowerment. And so girls participate in this mission, this academic mission of building a cricket sat, launching it, collecting data, and the mind is an amazing thing, and often as high school girls, we don't get an opportunity to stretch your mind and stretch yourself and do something really big. My current goal is to build a SpaceTrek ambassador program to keep those girls engaged, to keep giving them opportunities far beyond SpaceTrek, and keep giving them opportunities to grow either through communications and speaking, or building their networks, going to conferences, whatever that is. I think that is the biggest piece of advice I have, is keep connected.